Hey, this is Mr. Payton. Welcome to another episode on my YouTube page. I want to talk about going back to school. It's that time of the year. Again, I'm in a new place. I've been kind of bouncing around a little bit. Don't know if that's good or bad, but what's been going on. When school starts for me, I'm kind of like the kids. I get pretty excited about it. I even do my own version of school shopping and get a couple of things. But what's always funny is that whenever I get a classroom, whether I am doing middle school or the younger kids or whatever, there's always a few characters. And this year I've got another crew of interesting characters. I've got multiple classes, but in my homeroom, I've got a little bit of everything. I always have that group of girls, the kind of things they run the class, even though they say they don't. I got one, she kind of acts like an old lady. She literally complains about everything. I promise you, if you gave her $100, she'd complain about it if it was in ones or fives or 20s. I got another one, sweet girl, everything that pops into mind. She says it. She just says everything that pops in mind. I got a little dude that just finds my chair and spins around in it, Now you might be wondering what grade I'm talking about. Middle school. So the older kids. But it's all good. It's fun. I've got some kids that already I can kind of identify, like professionally, what kind of skill sets they have. I got a little dude who acts like a lawyer, sounds like a lawyer, bright, confident, the whole deal. So it is a lot of fun. What I want to focus on in this conversation, though, is the mindset we take into it. The longer I teach, the more I hear kids say, what's school for? What's the point of this? And my answer now is different than the answer I had back in the 90s. My answer back then was always college. I'm getting ready for college, getting ready for college. Now that message is slightly different. To me, the answer is, while you're in school, you're in school to prepare yourself for whatever profession or whatever it is you're going to do. And to me, I used to think that was 4 years after high school. I no longer think that. I believe that these young people are preparing for careers 4 years after they finish middle school or junior high, depending on where you live. I think the day is gone that we wait until those college years come, 21 or 22 or whatever age that might be. I believe that now, by the time you're 18, 19, and you finish your senior year of high school, those that do finish, whether it's a GED or a high school diploma, you got to be ready because an opportunity might present itself. And so, to me, in middle school, you have to start formulating that idea. So the answer to why are you in school? Time to prepare. Build that business, develop your mindset for whatever it is you're trying to do. If you're an athlete, start considering yourself a pro sooner than later. We're one of the only countries that doesn't have sports academies for prodigy or really, really, really good athletes. We're one of the few countries that still force kids to go to college and all that kind of stuff. Most of the countries, developed countries, have sports academies where those kids just go and focus on that sport and they start turning pro, some of them as early as 16 years old. So my answer is very simple. While you're in middle school and high school, you should literally be preparing as if when you finish your senior year, you're ready to go into your field of endeavor. So I'm looking forward to another great year. I'm glad you're still watching my videos and subscribing to my page. If you haven't done that, do that. Subscribe and like the videos. And I'll be talking to you soon. Have a great day.